Hello everyone. For today's video, I will be doing a crash course on QuickBooks Online. In this tutorial, I will be using two company files. The first one is a live company file, so I can show you around QuickBooks Online with all the data, and we can also generate the report since it already have a lot of transactions inside. And I will also be using another company file which I recently signed up for a subscription so that we can do the data entries on that file. All right, so let's start. This is the login page for QuickBooks Online. So you log in with your email address or your user ID, and then you put in your password, then click sign in. So this is our company file. It's a bakery in New York. This is the home page. So as you can see, you have the icons for the transactions right there. And this side panel here is the menu bar where we can click on the functions there. And then this new button here is where we can create new transactions here. All right. And then this gear icon is also where we can see some other settings. So this is where we can see our products and services, our inventory. Then we can also manage our account settings and then the users. We have our chart of accounts here. And from here, we can also reclassify transactions, which is only available in the accountant version of QuickBooks Online. We can order checks, import data. We can also reconcile from here. And this is where we see the audit log. All right, I'll click this again. The first option in the menu bar is the overview. So just the overview of your chart of accounts, the balances, transactions. Next is the books review. So as I've said, this is only available in the accountant version. So we have the transaction review, the account reconciliation, final review, and the wrap up. And the dashboard is the main page where we land once we log into QuickBooks. So we have the icons here to do the transactions and some reports and the tasks. So we can assign this task to the users. And then banking. So as you can see, there are transactions to be reviewed. Then the sales. So we have the overview of the sales there. So there's a graph for the sales. And there are also other options like the invoices, the customers, the deposits, the products and services. And all of this can also be seen here at the top of the sales option. So when you go to customers, this is our customer list here. So these are all our customers. And then let's go to cash flow. This is our cash flow overview. So there. And our expenses. So let's go to our expenses. All right, there. And from here, we can also access our vendor center. All right, there. And our workflow. So the workflow is a guide for the users on what to do first and what to do next. And next is the projects. So we don't have projects in this company file. Next is payroll, but we don't have payroll activated in this company file. Time tracking is also not activated here in this file. And then budgets, but we didn't put any budget here. Next are the reports. So since the subscription of the client is QuickBooks Online Advanced subscription, then this company file has many reports compared if you subscribe to QuickBooks Simple Start, which only has a few reports and has limited detailed reports. These are my favorite reports, and these are the other reports there. So there are many reports using this subscription. All right, there. Next is the taxes, but we didn't set up the sales tax in this company file. There's also a portion here for the 1099 filings for the contractors. Mileage. Yeah, we didn't set up the mileage because there's no need to. And then the menu for the accounting has the chart of accounts, and it also has the reconcile option. here. So this is where we do our bank reconciliation. All right. Next is the insurance right there, which is actually not activated in this company file. You can actually hide this menu bar here. So just click this and it will hide your side panel or your menu bar. And then this new button here is for the transaction. So if you click this, you have the options for the customers, the vendors, employees, and other transactions. So if you're going to do a transaction under the vendor, just click this. Let's say if you would like to create an invoice, you just click invoice and it will go to the invoice page there. So this is the invoice page. And then I'll click new again. If you would like to receive payments under customers, so there. And for the vendors, if you would like to create an expense, so just click expense. Okay. For the employees, we don't have payroll, so we won't click that. And the other functions, like for example, you would like to do a bank transfer within QuickBooks. So here, and then journal entries, statements, inventory adjustments. So it's all here. All right. And this gear icon here is for the settings. All right. So you can click account and settings, manage users. Custom form styles is when you customize your forms, like the sales forms, the PO, the invoices, the sales receipts. And then you can also access your chart of accounts from here. QuickBooks Labs, this is a new development for QuickBooks Online. I haven't tried that yet. And then these are our lists. So you can see all your products and services from here. And this is also where we're going to add inventory and the other tools. Let's now input some transactions. I will log out from this company file and I will log into the other company file, which doesn't have any transactions yet because it's a newly subscribed QuickBooks Online. This is where we log out and then click sign out. And it will go back to the login page. Okay, so I will log in using the other company file. Okay, logging in now. Okay, so the other company file, the sample file is Zarica's Fragrance. It is a company that sells perfumes and it has inventory for sale. So we purchase perfume from the suppliers and then we resell to the customers. Okay, so let's start with the chart of accounts. So as I've said, we can access the chart of accounts from here. And we can also access from this gear icon. So here's our chart of accounts. My most favorite icon in accessing everything in QuickBooks, including the reports, is this search icon here. So if I would like to create an invoice, I'd like to do bank reconciliation, I'd like to go to the chart of accounts, I just click this and then search here. So I'll go to the chart of accounts there. So I'll click this. And here's our chart of accounts. So you don't have to go to the side panel. You don't have to go to the gear icon. You just click from here and type where you want to go, and it will automatically bring up the transaction or the place in QuickBooks where you want to go. This is our chart of accounts. And once we sign up for the subscription, QuickBooks will let us choose what kind of industry or what business are we doing inside QuickBooks. And it will actually automatically give you the chart of accounts. But if you don't like this chart of accounts, you can delete or you can edit the accounts from here. So for example, the chart of accounts doesn't have a bank account yet. So I'll add a new bank account. So just scroll up and then click new. And it will ask you for the account type. So let's choose cash and cash equivalents. The detail type is a bank account. And the name is Chase Bank. And let's skip the other information. And I will put in a bank balance of 1,000 as of November 1st, 2021. I will click Save and Close. All right, so that's how you add a bank account. And then let's edit one account here. Scroll down. So let's edit this bank charges. Click the drop down arrow, click Edit, and then we're going to rename this to Bank Service Charges. And then just click Save and Close. So that's how you edit an account in the chart of accounts. Next is we're going to create or to add an inventory. So again, I'll go to search and then I'll go to products and services. Here, I'll click this. All right, so this is where we're going to add a new inventory. So I will click new. And then the inventory type is inventory. The next one that I'm going to add is Lacoste, red. And the category is finished products. Quantity on hand, I'll put in 15. As of date is November 1st. There is no reorder point. And once I purchase, it will go to the inventory asset account. I will just keep the description. And then once it is sold, it will go to the sales of product income, which is an income account. And then the expense account or the cost of goods sold account is cost of sales. I will click Save and Close. Okay, so next is we're going to add vendors or suppliers. I'll go to expenses and then suppliers. This is our Supplier Center and let's add a new one. So I'll click Add Supplier manually. You can put in the first name, the middle name of contact person of the supplier. So I'll start here in the company. I will add Rox Fragrances. And the display name in this Supplier Center is also Rox Fragrances. All right, there. And I will just keep the other information for now. I will click Save. So that's how we add a supplier or a vendor. So it's here. Next is we're going to add a customer. So I'll go to Sales and then Customers. So let's add a new one. Let's add a customer manually. Customer name is Rochelle Fox. And the display name is the same in the customer center. And I will just keep the other information for now. I will click Save. So we already have chart of accounts. We already have items for sale. We already have inventory. We already have suppliers and customers. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to purchase some inventory. So to purchase, I'll go to New and then go to the Supplier tab or go to the Supplier menu. And these are the options. So if we purchase on cash, we will do expense. If we purchase using checks or paper checks, we do checks. But if we purchase on account or on accounts payable, we go to bill. So let's try to purchase using paper checks. All right, so I will put in the vendor name, Rox Fragrances. Okay, and this is the bank account where the money's from, Chase Bank. It's actually a peso account. So the date is November 2nd. And there are two options here. We have the category details. So if you're going to purchase using the chart of accounts or expenses, but we won't use that, we're going to use the item details because we will be purchasing inventory. So I will purchase Lacoste Red, 5 pieces at 10 pesos each. And then it's non-taxable. And next is I will purchase Encanto Shine, 5 pieces at 10 each. Okay, and we can also add inventory from here if you don't want to go back to the inventory center. So just click that and then add new. And let's add Omnia Amethyst. All right, category is finished products. And we won't put in any quantity on hand since we are purchasing right now. It goes to the inventory asset account and then sales of product income once sold and cost of sales. I will click Save and Close. Um, I'll just put in 0. It's asking for an inventory on hand. And then I'll put in November 1st. I'll click save and close. Okay, I'll also purchase 5 and 10 each. Okay, so the total amount is 150 pesos. Click save and close. All right, so it's saved. So let's go to our Chase bank account to check if it has been deducted from our bank account. All right, here. Okay, so this is our register for the Chase Bank. So we have an opening balance of 1,000 and 150 pesos has been deducted from the account. Let's go to our inventory center. I'll click search, then go to products and services. All right. Let's check if the inventory has been added. So let's go to Encanto Shine and let's run a report. So click the drop down arrow and click run report. Okay, so here our opening inventory is 10 pieces and then we purchased 5 pieces. So we now have 15 and the total value is 50 pesos for all. Okay, there. So next is we're going to purchase inventory on account, or it should go to accounts payable. So let's go to new and then bills, or you can also click search and then bills. All right, so create a bill. Let's add a new vendor from here, a new supplier from here. So we don't have to go to the supplier center because we can add it from here. I'll click add new. Let's add supplier name. So Jenny Peace Fragrances. Okay, I'll click save. All right. And the terms is 30, so it should be paid within 30 days. And once we put in the terms, this will also create our aging reports. So the bill date is November 3rd. The due date is automatically December 3rd, which is 30 days from November 3rd. So let's put in a bill number. Right. So again, I'll hide the category details because we will be doing the item details since we are purchasing inventory. Let's purchase Omnia and then 50 pieces now. The rate is 10 pesos each, so that's 550 and it doesn't have any VAT. Okay, next is Lacoste Red. Purchase 50, 10 pesos each and doesn't have VAT. So the total amount that should go to accounts payable is 1,000 pesos. I will click save and close. All right, so let's go to our supplier center. So it's here, expenses or suppliers, or you can also type from the search icon. So Jenny Peace, type in Jenny and supplier. All right, there. So this is our open accounts payable for Jenny Peace Fragrances. And let's try to check our accounts payable report. So let's go to reports and then scroll down to the supplier reports. What you owe, this is for the accounts payable. Let's try the accounts payable aging report. Okay, there. So since today is November 22nd, so the past due is -10 because the due date will be on December 3rd. So this is our accounts payable, 1,000 pesos. Okay, so next is we're going to sell some products. Let's go to new. And then now we're going to do the customer side. Let's create a sales receipt. A sales receipt is what we're going to use if we sell inventory or if the sales is on cash. So I'll click this. So let's make a cash sales to Rochelle. Let's keep the other information here, the email, the TIN. So the date of the sales will be November 4th. Let's put in a sales receipt number. Let's sell some Encanto Shine. Let's sell 10 pieces at 25 pesos each. So the total is 250 pesos and there's no VAT. The payment method is cash and the money will be deposited to the Chase bank account. Okay, 250 pesos. I will change this to save and close. All right, there. So next is we're going to create a sales on account or sales that will go to accounts receivable. So I will click new and then invoice. So from here, we can also add a customer so we don't have to go back to the customer center. I will click add new and I will add John Lloyd. I will click save. I'll skip the other information. And the terms is net 15. So the date is November 5. The due date is automatically November 20th. So once we put in the terms, which is 15 days, it will automatically create an aging report. So the invoice number is 1002, and this is where we're going to put in our products for sale. Omnia, I will sell 15 and the rate is 30 and it's non-taxable, no tax, no VAT. Next is Lacoste Red. Okay, I'll sell 20 and it's 30 pesos, so 600 pesos, no VAT. All right. So the total amount that will go to accounts receivable is 1,050 pesos. I will change this to save and close. Okay. So it has already been saved. So let's go to the customer center. Let's go to John Lloyd's account. We can access him from here, sales and then customers, or my favorite is the search icon. I'll type in John Lloyd or just John and it will come up customer. Okay, so this is John Lloyd. The total amount is 1,050 and it's actually already overdue because it's only for 15 days. The due date is November 20th. All right, there. And let's go to our accounts receivable reports. Let's go to reports and then to the customer reports. This is the portion for the customer reports. Let's go to the accounts receivable aging report. All right, so there. It's under 1 to 30 days overdue because it's already overdue by 2 days. Okay, so 1,050 pesos. So this is our accounts receivable aging report. Next is we're going to pay this invoice. We can actually access the payment or the receiving of the payment from here, new. Under the customers is receive payment. Or another option is we go to the search icon and then just type receive and the receive payment link will come up. Or you can actually go to the customer name. So John and then customer. And then just click this receive payment link. Okay, so the date of the payment is November 21st. The payment method is check. Check number is 123. And then the money goes to the Chase Bank. And then make sure that this invoice is checked. Total amount received is 1,050. All right, so this is the amount that will go to our Chase Bank. I will click save and close. Okay, so the payment has been saved. So let's check our Chase Bank account to see if the money has been deposited there. So I'll click the search icon and then type Chase Bank. Click this. Okay, let's see. All right, there. So we have a 250 pesos from the sales transaction from Rochelle. And then we receive a payment from John Lloyd for 1,050 pesos. So our total money in our Chase Bank account is 2,150 pesos. All right, there. So next is we're going to pay our supplier. So we're going to pay Jenny Peace Fragrances. So I'll go to new and then pay bills. Okay. So the money will be coming out from our Chase Bank account. And then the date of payment is November 19. And then I'm going to check this. Okay, and I'll put in a reference number. So this is the check number 456, and I will pay in full. If you would like to make a partial payment, you can just change the amount here. Okay, so I will click save and close. All right, so going back to the Chase Bank account, here the money is taken out from the Chase Bank account. So this is the payment column. Next is we're going to record expenses coming out from our petty cash fund and expenses using our credit card. I have already added the petty cash fund and the credit card account to our chart of accounts. So to do those transactions, I'm going to click new. Under the suppliers category, we have expense. So I think I've already mentioned that if we're going to use paper checks, then we're going to click this link. But now, since we will be using the petty cash fund and the credit card, then we're going to use the first option, which is expense. Okay, so let's purchase some snacks from 7-Eleven. I'm going to add a new vendor, 7-Eleven, and then click save. The payment account will be the method of payment that we're going to use. So I'm going to use the petty cash fund. All right. And then payment date is November 5th. The method of payment is cash. Reference number is optional. Okay, so again, there are two options here. So we have the category details and then we have the item details. So we're going to use the item details if we are going to purchase inventory. But since we will be purchasing some snacks or if we will be paying for some overhead expenses, then we're going to use the first option, which is the category details. So for the category details, if you're going to click this, the drop down arrow, this is where you can see all those expenses. And if you're going to purchase fixed assets, it's all here, current assets. So I will put in meals and entertainment. Amount is 200 pesos and this is non-vatable. And that, all right. I will click save and new. So I can record another one. So next is we're going to again purchase from 7-Eleven, but this time we're going to use our credit card. Okay. So payment date is November 6. Payment method is credit card. Reference number is optional. So let's purchase some office supplies, office expenses for 300 pesos. And then non-vatable. Okay. Right. I will click save and close. Let's go to our chart of accounts. So I'll just click the drop down arrow. So let's go to petty cash fund. All right. So it's here, 200 pesos for meals. And then let's go to the register of our credit card, BPI credit card. Okay, so 300 pesos is there. So next is we're going to create a bank deposit. We have already deposited to the Chase Bank, but the money came from sales or from the payment of accounts receivable. But this time, we're going to create a deposit from a loan. So I'll click new, and then I will click this bank deposit, and then I will create a new bank account. So add new. We can add an account from here to the chart of accounts, so we don't have to go back to the chart of accounts window. So this is the shortcut. And then account type is cash and cash equivalent. Detail type is bank. And the name of the bank is BPI. And then I will leave this other information blank. And the balance is 5,000. As of date is November 1st. I will click save and close. So let's assume that we have a bank loan from BPI, and then the money will be automatically credited to our BPI account. Received from will be the bank. So I will add BPI as the customer. We'll click save. And then this will be a short-term loan. I will add a current liability account and then loan payable. And I will name this as BPI bank loan. Okay, so I will leave the other information blank. I will click save and close. And then payment method is direct debit, so it's automatically credited to our account. The amount is 10,000 and it's non-vatable. All right, so the money will go to our BPI account. I will click Save and Close. So that's how we create a bank deposit that are not payments from customers or payments from accounts receivables. All right. Next is we're going to do a bank transfer. So we will do a bank transfer from bank accounts within QuickBooks. So to do that, we click New again and then Bank Transfer, this one. And don't forget that we can also do this from the search icon. Okay. So we transfer the funds from BPI and then we transfer the funds to Chase Bank. And the transfer amount will be 7,000. The date will be November 23rd. Okay, so there, this is the transfer. I will click Save and Close. And then going back to the Chase Bank account, here's our bank transfer. So coming from BPI account. Amount is 7,000 under the deposit column. Next is we're going to do some refunds to our customers. But before we do that, let's go to our customer center and let's check out our customers. Okay, so let's go to Rochelle. I will click this invoice. It's already paid. And let's see what we can refund. Here's our sales receipt for Rochelle. And let's assume that she's going to return 2 bottles of Encanto Shine at 25 pesos each. Okay, so I will click Save and Close. And then I will click New and Refund Receipt. So we only do refunds if the customer would like to get their money back. So customer name is Rochelle. The date of the refund is November 12. Payment method is cash. And the money will be coming out from our Chase Bank account. Or let's just issue a check since it's coming out from the Chase Bank account. And this is our refund receipt number. And the product is Encanto Shine. 2 pieces. So 25 each. So the total amount of the refund is 50 pesos. And this is non-vatable. So we will do the refund receipt so that the inventory will be added back to this product. And then the sales will also be deducted by 50 pesos. And also the cost of goods sold will also be reversed. I will click Save and Close. So the money comes out from the Chase Bank account. All right. I will click OK. And let's check our Chase account. Okay, 50 pesos. Okay, so it's here. It's the refund. Next is we're going to do a credit. So a credit is a return from a customer, but they don't want their money back. They would just like us to keep the amount for a while or to apply the amount to any outstanding invoice or to future invoices. Okay, so let's do that using John Lloyd's account. Let's first go to sales and then customers so we can check John Lloyd's account here. So let's check this invoice. It's already paid. He will return 3 bottles of Lacoste Red at 30 pesos each. Okay, so I'll go to New and then Credit Note. Customer name is John Lloyd. And the date is November 13th. Credit Note number. And the product is Lacoste Red. 3 pieces at 30 pesos each. So the total credit is 90 pesos. I will click Save and Close. So let's go to John Lloyd's account and let's check the credit. So I'll click Search and then type again John. And I'll go to his account, John Lloyd. All right. So as you can see, there is a negative 90 pesos in his account. So this is the credit note that we created. So this $90 can be applied to his future invoices. Or if he has any outstanding invoice with us, which he doesn't have right now, this can be applied to any outstanding invoice. So next is the journal entries. So the journal entries is what all accountants will always be looking for in every accounting software. So to go to the journal entries, just click new and then journal entry. Or of course, we can always do it from the search icon. And then just type in journal and click the link for create journal entry. All right. So as an accountant, I know that I can do everything or I can do all transactions inside QuickBooks by just using the journal entry feature. But I won't recommend that because, for example, if you would like to record some invoices or if you would like to record accounts payable, as you can see, there's no option for the terms. So if you are going to use this, then you won't be able to get a detailed aging report for your accounts receivable or for your accounts payable. Also, if you are purchasing inventory, as you can see, there's also no option to choose the inventory to buy or the inventory to sell. So we cannot do that using the journal entry because the inventory count won't go to the inventory item that you are purchasing and won't also be deducted from the inventory account of the item that you are selling. We only use the journal entries for any adjusting entries like the depreciation expense, prepaid expenses, amortization expense, and so on. So let's try to record an adjusting entry for our prepaid expense. Let's change the date to November 6. Journal entry number is optional. And then the account is interest expense. Debit amount is 200 pesos. And then we can leave the other information optional. And this is non-vatable. And then the credit account is prepaid expenses. 200 pesos. You can also add more entries in this journal entry. As long as it is balanced, then it will be entered to QuickBooks. Okay, so I will click Save and Close. So that's how we do the journal entries in QuickBooks. All right, so we're almost there. Let's now check our reports. So we go to Reports and then go to Standard Reports. My favorite reports are starred here. So we have the balance sheet reports, accounts receivable aging, profit and loss, business overview. So if you already have a lot of information inside QuickBooks, you can just click on the reports. All right. And then who owes you? This is our accounts receivable. All right. Those are the options. Sales and customers. Okay. And in sales and customers report, we also have the inventory report, like the inventory valuation detail and the inventory valuation summary. What you owe is our accounts payable. So there. Expenses and suppliers. Sales tax. So we haven't activated sales tax in this company file. So it doesn't have any information for now. Next is employees, but we're not subscribed to QuickBooks Payroll or any third-party payroll. So it doesn't have any information for now. And then these are the reports for my accountant. All right. And then payroll reports. Okay. And this is also where you can see your custom reports. So if you created memorized reports or any custom reports that are not available in the standard reports, then it will be saved here. And these are the management reports and community reports, which takes long to load. So we will skip that. So let's go back to our standard report and then let's check our profit and loss. All of our transactions are in November. So let's change the date to November 1st to November 28th. All right. And then click Run Report right there. Okay. So this is our simple profit and loss. Simple for now because we only have a few transactions. Okay. And then we can also customize reports from here. So you can display by days, by weeks, and then you can show non-zero or active only transactions or accounts. You can compare this to other periods. And you can also switch from accrual to cash basis accounting. and then just click Run Report after you have customized your report. All right, there. So that's end our QuickBooks tutorial. So there might be some topics that are forgot, or there might be some topics that you would like me to do some video tutorials. Just comment on this video. And if you would like to use QuickBooks Online, I will suggest that you do the first month of free subscription before you sign up for the actual paid subscription, so that you can also do some exercises or some trainings and then navigate QuickBooks for a month. So just like what I'm doing now, as you can see, there is this green portion here. So it means that I'm still using my 1 month free subscription. So you can just go to the website of Intuit, the maker of QuickBooks, and then just sign up for the free trial using your email address. They don't even need your credit card information by the time that you sign up for the free 1 month subscription. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you have learned many things from our crash course today. For more QuickBooks tutorials, tips, and tricks, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.